money machine. Scalping seconds, slicing fast. Ride the wave, don't let it pass. Green and red, they set the tone. Win or lose, I'm in the zone. Trade the dots, connect the line. Profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, sharp and clean. Living life on this money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend, I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Trade the dots, connect the line. Profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, sharp and clean. Living life on this money machine.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if all is good, everybody sees me, if we are rocking and rolling. We're opening up for trade. NASDAQ showing me negative trend, negative momentum, but not holding the trade. As I'm watching this right now, I need to see a double dots on this. Let me put up my I'll put my scalper up here too. You guys can see it. So we can go this way too. And cues. 16 seconds left. Definitely a sell signal over here. So we will we'll see if we can take this trade if it holds. Oh, what happened here? Why did this go down? Okay, so short this. Target is going to be 907. And that filled. That filled very, very quickly. First trade of the day. All good. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Everybody doing well? We are in pure scalp mode. Tuesday morning. Markets are pretty choppy. Not much really going on today. This whole week is sort of, very data poor. But what is happening is I think, you're getting a little bit of a tariff hangover in the markets. So there's clearly a little bit of a negative bit in the market right now as we open up. We just simply trade the flow. The flow tells us it's negative. We just took the first trade of the day here, +5 on NAS, and move on, so on and so forth. How's everybody doing? How's everybody enjoying the new versions that give you the slope on the trade, so you can follow both the momentum and the slope of the trade, which is really, really cool. Everybody enjoying it? Great. All right. Hang tight a sec. Let me just get everybody into the room. Let me just post this up. All right, cool. See if there's any on Twitter just to kind of look through the headlines for us. I don't think there's much really going on here. Dr. D likes this. Oh, you know what I want to do? Hang on a second. I'm going to put all the comments so you guys can actually see the comments on the screen. Nothing, Maxi Dane. I actually, Maxi Dane's asking me why did I stop trading S&P. I'm not. I'm trading it on my own account. I just, I'm just trading NASDAQ and gold for simplicity's sake. They're both 1040, 1040, 1040. Remember, there's a lot of new people in the room. If you really want to get the full value of everything that I do, come join me in trading, which I know, I think Maxi Dane also is in there, but I know Peter Yusuf is in there. It's not that I'm against the S&P. I love the S&P. It's just that I'm just trying to keep it simple for everybody who trades live with me, in this particular case. All right. Will Japan's rice shock lead to government collapse and spark a global? Secretary Rollins. Let me see. Anything going on here? What's in the headlines? I don't see anything big in headlines except, for the fact that Japan's really got spanked on the tariffs. Okay. Yeah, a really slow day. Not much really going on here. By the way, apropos of nothing, I told you guys, see, Trump's going to resume giving Ukraine weapons. For everybody who thinks that Trump is just a Russian little troll, he's not. He was trying to give Putin every chance to meet him halfway. You piss Trump off, this is going to be the worst decision that Russia has ever made, because he will turn into your worst enemy from your best friend. And these fuckers are going to die right now, as far as their economy goes. So pretty much as I expected. Okay, nothing much really going on. Let's talk a little bit about the way I changed everything around. No, you could hate Trump all you want, but the one thing is he's not a fool. What made me take the question is what made us take profit and stop at 416? It's the same ratio. It's a 1-to-4 ratio. That's all it is. It's a very, very negative risk reward ratio because we're looking for like an 85, 95% win rate. And because, again, remember that this is an advanced topic for coaching, but we're not trading a single trade structure. We're trading literally a 3-trade structure, 1, 4, 2, meaning that if we get stopped out on the first trade, we increase size on the second trade once we get a setup. The idea here is that the probability of 3 consecutive setups being wrong is incredibly small. That's how we win so consistently. That's how I win all of my trades here. That's why we're all green here across all the board. That having been said, let's who's new in the room here? Who wants to get just a quick description of exactly how I trade, what my structure is, what we do. Why not 520? Oh, it's 1.4 point. It's just 4 ticks, 16 ticks. It's just very, very easy to make 1 point in the S&P. Diane wants a refresher. Who else wants a refresher? Let's type the word refresher in comment. I like that word, refresher. Let's see if we get 5 refreshers in comments, and I'll give you a refresher course on everything that we're doing here. Why we're so successful. Kawhi Grinder, kind of new here. Nice to have you. DV, give me a refresher. Thank you. Give me a refresher. Simon, Kawhi Grinder. Come on, more people. Let's go. I see people you guys are just all coming in the room right now. Man, it's really summer. It's really, really summer. And people are like just casually strolling into the room 10 minutes into the open. It's fine. That's why I'm chilling. It's beautiful summer weather in Jersey. Everybody can hang out here. So we're not going to rush the thing. Cheryl, you don't need a refresher. Cheryl, you know the stuff inside and out. Okay. The risk structure is kind of an advanced topic for coaching. Okay. Kat, you watching tennis? Who's winning right now? What do you want? Who's playing? Oh, the 10 to 11. Yeah, I'm trying to slowly slide into that kind of schedule. The problem is, DV, everybody wants my ass like at 10:30 for meetings. It's really frustrating. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd just do nothing but hang out and trade with you guys. What I do think I actually am going to do, I think we might do this tomorrow. I'll see if I have if we can do time. Remember I said to you, I kind of want to do a marathon trading session, like 6 a.m. to like 12 noon. If everybody leaves me the fuck alone tomorrow and doesn't put anything on my schedule, I think I might actually do that. And the reason why, first of all, really, really apropos, because we got last day to save money on Apex. So go out there, get some Apex accounts right now. Let me put this. I'm going to put this on Twitter as well because you guys are too fucking lazy to come over here and hang out with us in YouTube. So I'm putting the same link on Twitter. Go out there, get the Apex accounts because I'm going to get a couple of more, and we're going to have a fun time. I'm going to try and trade this. Couple of them hard, couple of them soft, meaning large size, small size. Maybe I can get them funded. I mean, I can't promise I can get them funded. I can probably, it's just as likely I'm going to blow a few of them out. But the idea is I just kind of want to trade like 5-6 straight hours so you guys can totally see how consistent it is to be able to just P&L. I'm going to try and do relatively decent size so that maybe we can get like $500-600 per account per day. Maybe a couple of them I can just simply hit hard. But the idea is that the structure that we trade, which is very, very consistent and requires very, very little out of the market to give us a signal. Like, we look for the smallest possible trend signal you can possibly imagine. There are at least 2 or 3 of those type of trend signals showing up every hour on the charts. And we try to capture those. And you're going to see how like over, a 4 or 5 hour time frame, if you're doing it right, it's really a lot of fun, I think what I want to do is just get a couple of Starbuckses, get up early, maybe not even shave. Maybe we'll just go completely rogue and just trade with you guys from 6 a.m. till 12 noon. If I can get Kathy to leave me the fuck alone for an hour, for a day, I'll let you guys know. But I wanted to do this. I think this might be fun, and I Wednesday is always a great day to do this. So I kind of want to. In a perfect world, I'd like to do this like a weekly thing, because when you see me, like the thing is, we trade for like an hour here. Sometimes they're trades. Opening hours is always the shittiest time because in some ways the markets are just trying to figure out where they want to go. There's so much. For example, like in the 6 to 7 o'clock hour, there were just so many easy layup trades here, both to the long side and to the short side. This was a trade. This was a trade. This was a trade. You're just basically catching a trade every 20, 30 minutes just in a single instrument. And you could do the same thing in other instruments as well. So, it's just a lot more fun to be able to do this. And I'll probably even trade S&P as well. I'm looking. S&P has a little bit of a signal here too. So that's the bottom line. I kind of want to do this more because at this point, MGCQ. We want to go to the I just want to see how gold is trading. What's gold doing with itself? Gold is actually giving me. No, it's not a sell signal. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun. It's a buy. So I need two reds. I need two consecutive reds. If this goes red dot, which it should, yeah. Let me change to gold. Wait, do I have gold here? No. All right. $10.40. So this is a pretty decent gold trade. Whether it works or not doesn't matter. Let's take it. I'm taking the short on gold here. Here's the story. We have large trend, which is 200 period SMA, small trend, which is 8 period SMA, 8 below 200, negative trend. We have momentum, a red dot followed by a lower red dot. So that's negative momentum, right? Which is what we want. And we're doing long, want a positive momentum. And the last thing is we have the slope turning down. It's a red slope. If we go into gold over here, you'll see that gold has a red slope over here, right? Has a, oh, it looks like it didn't have a red dot over here. All right, doesn't matter. We filled our order. We made our money. Gold just went bid. So this is a classic trade that we do all day long. And the most important part is this is a trend trade. Like if you really just want to, stay very consistent. And within the trend structure, I believe I'll have to back test a little bit today just to be sure, but somewhere between 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 8. So you're talking about 85% or better accuracy whenever you take a trend-based trade with every one of these rules checked off. This is the checklist that you want. It's a 4-step checklist, and it works like a charm. You know? Yeah, so Santiago, the negative P&L rule in funded account, I believe that is not per trade. It's per day. You can't exceed that amount of money per day, right? And it's a soft breach, not a hard breach. They just simply throw that day out, and you have to start with another day. So you can actually lose more per trade. It's as long as it's not, you haven't lost that per day. Okay. But that's a very, very complicated question, not for today. Save that question for coaching, okay? Because those are all complicated questions for coaching, and it doesn't apply for funding at all. If you're trying to fund the account, they couldn't give a fuck. So the rules are a little different for funded versus funding. All right, two trades in the bucket, both of them good, trend trades, working very well. What else is going on here? Let's go to MNQU. Oops. One thing we haven't done is we haven't done any trade copier trades. I have 2 accounts I set up as trade copier trades, 109 to 110. Let's work those as we can in terms of structure. When you exit it on Trade Evade, it always asks for a confirm and never asks for confirmation. It's probably in the settings. Google that. I think it's in the settings. I've never had a confirm. You can always, when you're going to Trade Evade, if you want to look at Trade Evade, let's log in here. You go into preferences. Oh, they have hotkeys too, which is actually cool. Ask on creating a new alert, ask on closing a module, ask on placing an order. I guess confirmations over here, you can just unclick those, right? That's where I would look for all this stuff. Kaiken, the way futures are traded is they are fixed contracts, right? So you have the large contract, which is 100 ounces, and a small contract, which is 10 ounces. A $1 move on the small contract is $10. That's the smallest you can get. You can't do a 1 ounce on futures. We're trading futures. Futures are fixed contracts, okay? Question. Is it okay to use trade copy during eval if you feel confident on trades, or are there any hidden downsides? Well, like everything else with trade copy, the upside is you use one trade for 3, 4. If you pass with one account, you pass with 4. If you fail with one account, you fail with 4. It's kind of like all the good and all the bad are built into it. But if you're in a groove where you feel confident you can pass the account and you're trading small size, then you absolutely can use trade copier. What I do is I do a mix and match. I'll do one account where I'm just trading by itself and a couple of accounts where I'm trading on trade copier. I think that's the best way. Like everything else in life, moderation is the key to success, right? You get too greedy, you're gonna blow five accounts in a row. You're too cautious, it'll take you forever to move through accounts. You need a kind of a mix. I think a moderate mix between leverage and structure. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. How's everybody doing as far as trading? Is the new tools helping you? Is the new structure helping you? My accuracy has just shot through the roof once we started to really go through this 4-point structure. I'm wondering how it's doing for you guys. Are you enjoying it? How has anybody passed any props recently? Please post in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd love to know because there's so many people that are passing props, using my structure, and I'm not even aware of it. So anytime you do, I'd really, really love to know. And conversely, what are you guys having problems with? It's quiet. Markets are sort of chill. We don't have too much volatility. Let's talk. We don't have any trade setups until we do. And while we don't have trade setups, we might as well just talk about a lot of these things. Oh man. See, markets are just sort of like, we are basically trading. This is complete chop. The blue just trading all the way around the red line, right? Just whoopsie, the wiggle. And still within that, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The beautiful part about our structure, still within that incredibly choppy environment, we can still extract a few trading opportunities, like this one over here, like the one in gold. Even when we don't have any defined trends, and a defined trend in a perfect world is a 2 or 3 hour trend where it just trades above or below the red line. We can still extract a few things. Okay, so that's a common issue, and it's probably let me ask you a few questions, Enzo. Give me a yes or no. When you were doing evals, were you doing size, like you were passing evals in like 2 or 3 days? Boom, boom, boom. Like let me just hit a couple of trades at size. I get them. I hit them hard. I get funded. Was that a yes? So Enzo says yes. Okay, so that very, very aggressive style is exactly designed to blow you up on the funded side. You literally have to go from trading minis. You have to go from trading $100 to $200 to $300 trades to trading $10 trades, right? Now, I know that's incredibly frustrating to trade $10 trades. The trading view is BFF. So, Chris, BFF stays as is. There is another indicator called BFF dots, which is a simplified version. This is the one, the BFF dots that's on TradingView. And that's the one that gets the updates. Now you want that one. That's for people who are in my coaching, right? I make BFF available. It's not as good as BFF dots. If you want the full functionality and the full precision, you got to be in coaching. Otherwise, why do people want to be in coaching if they don't have any super special tools? So if you're in coaching, then just simply email me and I'll enable BFF dots for you. And the same thing for wealth charts. If you're in coaching, you get my wealth charts. If you're not in coaching, you can't get any of the wealth charts. So it's just this, I make a simple deal. We work very, very hard on getting all this cross-platform stuff so you guys can make it easy for you to trade, but you got to be a part of coaching. So Enzo, the problem is you need to say to yourself, I'm going to take a funded account. I'm going to trade $10 trades. So starting $10 trades, maybe you can go, if you're in a 50,000, you can trade starting $20 trades to make it interesting. That means you're running $100 a day in profit, right? Just kind of like a couple of hours, $100 a day. It doesn't seem exciting, but here's the thing. When you have a funded account, you have it for life, right? That money is, unless you lose it, you have it for life. You're under no pressure to make money. What you should be under is the ability to keep money and grow it slowly. Because instead of trying to get paid out in a week or 2 weeks or even a month, try to get paid out in like 60 days, right? Which is far more than you really need. If you think about this, on a $50,000 account, you need $2,600 to get paid out. Correct? $2,600 to get paid out. Yes, you need $2,600 to get paid out. So you get the first $500 out of $2,600. You need to cross $2,600 level and to get paid out, right? I think that's correct. I just looked at the rules, and I think that's what they said. So that's 26 days, about a month, month and a half of $100 days. It's not glorious. It's not effective. But the point is, just like the first time you pass an eval, it becomes so much easier to pass evals after that. The first time you get paid out, it's going to become a lot easier to get paid out after that. It all becomes so much easier, I'm watching NASDAQ here as a possible, not really, not a trade here. Trading most platforms are not accepting from my region, but I will migrate to Texas soon. So from now on, I'll still learning futures. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Come to Texas, and hopefully we'll set you up with on the futures side. Yes. Sorry, May 10 of the 50. I don't know what that means, but I hope that's good. Maybe you can clarify. Can you make trade from TradingView or always? Oh no. You can, DV. I'm going to show you how to make trade from TradingView. Just one sec. I'll show you how to do that. Take pay by every quarter. Take a quarterly. Just take the cake. Whatever you do on the quarterly, change that to coaching. I'll give you the refund on the quarterly, and then you'll have full access. You do have BFF dot on TradeAvate. You do. It's a distinct thing, right? So that's that's based. Enzo, I'm telling you, if you just sort of change that mindset, that will be your thing. There's a possible trade here that I kind of missed, guys, but it's it's not really a trade. The way I sort of want to pace my trades is I want a green intermission before I get continuation red dots here. But today is just sort of a very quiet day. We don't really have anything much going on. MGCQ. I'm just looking to see what gold is doing. Gold is kind of flattening out. Not much really going on over here either. So we're totally chop city, and it's fine. Yeah. So that's Santiago. That's actually a great question, and honestly, that's one of the things I want to talk about tomorrow. If I can do my marathon tomorrow, I'm going to show you. So you're absolutely right. Like, you know, if you have a 50,000, I'm gonna take a couple of $50,000 accounts tomorrow, and I'm gonna talk to you about how to use the best tool for that is S&P, right? You find S&P trend trades for $50. You can get very often 2 or 3 of them in a row, $1.50 in about an hour, and you're gone. And you're gone. You're done. Just come back the next day, do it again, do it again. It's probably the easiest, sort of least amount of trade time, chart time you can allocate. And I'm going to try and do that tomorrow, actually, with one account. I'm going to do a whole bunch of different strategies if I have the time tomorrow. I can't promise you that I can do Marathon Wednesday, but I kind of really want to do it. Just for fun, if nothing else. And yeah, that's a really, really good time efficiency strategy. There's always a danger that you're going to clip a negative, and if you clip a negative at that point, what you have to do is go to the next day, start the next day fresh. You don't want to try to resolve it that same day because if you're just giving yourself an hour and a half, you don't want to be forcing a resolution. But that is definitely a very good thing. There are plenty of moments, especially before New York opens, when you can get 2, 3, 4 consecutive trend trades in the S&P, all resolved properly using my structure. And that's, $200 to the good, and you're done. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. My nose is running. I just got to blow it because I'm still not over my cold. Oh, God, my apologies. Sorry about that, guys. But absolutely, you can do that. And that's okay for the funded account too. But I mean, you can do this. It's actually not a bad idea for a funded account. Yeah. I like to use the small sizes just to get people out of the mindset of like passing it super fast. The funded account should be take all the time in the world to get it right? Because the idea is once you get funded once you get paid out once, it's going to become a lot easier. But if you keep chasing that payout and forcing that payout, you're making the same mistake over and over again. The single biggest mistake everybody is making is that they're trading too large for the funded account. They know that. I mean, what do you think? Prop firms love it. It's the same reason they give you drinks in Vegas. They know you're going to make the same mistake over and over again. So don't make the same mistake. Everybody who's trading with me beats the odds because we're not making the same mistake that everybody else does when you're trading prop. So you should be doing the exact same thing on the funded side. Don't make the same mistake that everybody else does as to why they lose their funded. That's the key here. All right, we're starting to develop a little bit of a trend in gold. Let's sell this. Why am I selling this? Because it's just a trend continuation trade right over here, and we're done super fast. Again, don't listen to me. Listen to Rob Hoffman, the guy who invented wealth charts, who has won more trading contests than I guarantee you anybody listening in the audience, and I guarantee you any of the asshole YouTube streamers you're watching who've never won a single thing. Rob really, really, really reamed me a new one by telling me that I'm a complete asshole for not trading trend. And the more I listen to him, the more I understand how intelligent that approach is, right? Look at what we're doing here. It took us 0 effort, 0 time, 0 skill to make money, all because we just followed the 4-step structure rule here. Big trend, momentum slope, small trend slope. All 4 things lined up, boom, 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 right? It's not like it always works, but it works so much more than it doesn't. And if you do only that exclusively, the edge is yours. If you do all the other bullshit that I do, which I absolutely love, which is, let's buy the bottom, let's flip around, let's counter trend, that's where you give up a lot of your edge, right? Now, sometimes there's no trend, but here's what I'm trying to tell you, is that in our universe, when we're trading on a 2-minute time frame, there's always a little bit of trend. There's always enough trend to make it worthwhile to make profits. There's always just a little bit enough trend for us to extract our points. All we got to do is just be patient enough to do it, and that's what's so cool. I'm going to talk about that, by the way, guys. Here's the S&P trade. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Let me see if I can get you get that link. Hang on just a second. I want to get the link. Just a second, guys. I'm going to talk about that this weekend. So I'm going to give you the link to a free webinar that I'm going to be doing that talks a lot about how we find trend. Oh my God. Man, sorry guys. I'm just okay. Here's the bit.ly that I'm going to put into the thing. I'm putting this into comments. This is a webinar I'm going to do this Saturday. We're going to do this for our friends at ACAP, and it's going to be on MetaTrader 5, but the principles are all the same, and the rules are all going to be the same. So come, if you want to find out more about this stuff, please come in and come hang out with me on that. When do I know? I'm going to post a little bit later today if I know. Okay, I got to talk to Kathy and see what's on my schedule. But if I'm free tomorrow, then I'm going to try and do it. I really kind of want to do this. What is Millie Millennial? What are you saying to me? Got strategies looking for funds DM? What? Are you trying to solicit in my room, my friend? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you fucking kidding me? When everybody in this room, okay, we're gonna ban you, motherfucker. Get out of here, please. Are you cracking me up? You're selling your bullshit strategies when I'm trading live? Please, homie, please. So we're starting to develop a little bit of a negative trend, right? That's pretty good because that means we have some possibilities here for further price action, right? Yep, I blew him out. You see, I'm really not like, I could have taken this trade over here. So this would have been another pretty decent trade here in this account where I've, again, the structure, big trend, small trend, negative trend, momentum slope, the short trend turns down, right? You can see the short trend turning down over here in the NQs, like we had over here. This is a red slope. I mean, this is very, very red slopey right now, right? It's all very, very negative for us. The only thing is that we already made the money on this trade, and now we're waiting patiently to see if there's a pause and a resumption of the downtrend. But at very minimum, okay, looking at this chart here, what we see that over the last basically 3 hours, we had very, very strong chop. Chop is when the short term is just moving around the long term. And by the way, you can see that even in these very, very tiny moves, there's still opportunities to make money here, opportunities to make money here, opportunities to make money here. We can extract money out of almost thin air. But then once we expand the trend starts to really, define itself. The trades become much easier, just much, much easier to the downside, right? And that's all we need. It's just that moving average separation, which defines trend continuation, and just trading the dots, baby. Just finding when the dots give us the entries, and then once they do, we're in good shape. We're in good shape for that. Really, Payman? Okay, Payman, you bring me 100 ninja traders. You bring me 100 ninja traders, and I'll code it for ninja. How's it? You want to do a deal? Bring me 100 guys who trade ninja, and I'll happily code it for ninja. Not a big deal. I can totally do it. But, bring me 100 people who trade ninja, and I'll be happy to do it. Yes, my current layout incorporates trade copy and wealth charts. So if we go to my wealth charts layout right over here, you can see it. Here's the trade copy. I haven't done any trade copy or trades today, guys, because I'm just kind of, been focusing on the trend itself. But if we get something good, I will definitely do a trade copy or trade, and I'll show you how to copy from one to the other. Oh, why is the candle? Okay, this is a. Oh God. Oh man. Okay, so Diane, um, the candles, if they're below the blue line, doesn't matter if they're going up or down, they're colored red. If they're above the blue line, they're colored green. That's all. It's just telling you that the price action is above or below the moving average. We ignore the regular coloring of the candles because we don't care about the candles. I destroy all of this stuff so that you're not distracted or prejudiced by the color of the candle. Okay, we're looking only at momentum. The only thing that matters in life is momentum, is direction and momentum. It's an SMA. This is a 200 period SMA, and this is an 8 period SMA. They're just simple SMAs. Oh, trading. Yeah. Thanks. All right. You know what? Okay. So, hang on a second. Let me find. Let me log into Tradeovate. Okay. So I'm gonna do a tiny little trade just to show you how to do this. Okay. So this is we're gonna go to MES, right? MES. Just this is it. So here's a really cool way so I've connected Tradeovate and TradingView. You guys want to know how to trade from TradingView directly, right? So over here on TradingView, right, we have right over here on the thing, I have these order presets, right? Order presets. 2080 is 20 ticks target, 80 tick stop, market order. 416 is 4 ticks target, 16 tick stop, market order, right? You see that 1040, this is for gold. So I'm going to choose the 416, and you see how it shows 416 on the thing. It's telling me this is the structure, this is the trade structure that I have enabled. And one is the contract that I'm trading. I'm trading a micro S&P, just the smallest possible contract, right? Now, I really don't have a trade, so it'd just be an asshole to take one. So let's just wait till we get a setup. Maybe even a modicum of a setup so that I can just show you how to do this. But it's pretty simple. Like once you've set that up, it's really simple. And do you guys want me to show you how to do the presets, right? To do the presets, you go into the trade mode right over here, this trade button, right? And what you do is you simply just say, you know, let's just say I'm going to make, somebody was saying to me, how do I do like a 520? So I could go take profit, stop loss 20. This would be 5 ticks, 20 ticks. I want to make sure that it's market. It's market, right? You got that? It's market. It's 5 ticks, 20 ticks, right? And I'm going to save this preset. I'm going to go over here in settings. No, sorry. I'm going to go over here in settings and save order preset. I'm going to save it just to show you. Save it as 5 by 20. This is what I like to do. I like to save them by the tick size, right? So now I've saved it by 5. Oh, here we go. We got a buy order. So here's what I'm going to do. 416. I'm a buyer, right? Now you see what happened right away. I have a stop at 4. I have a target at 1. I'm in the trade. Probably going to get stopped out on this trade, but whatever. It's a small trade. It's not really a signal, but and it's a counter trend trade. But at least it's a dot. So I want to take a dot signal trade and see if it works. But you see how easy it was? I pressed the button. I don't have to do anything in Tradeovate. It's, you know, you can do it on TradingView as well as a simple trade, right? So yes, you can do both. You can do all this functionality now quite well in TradingView when you're aligned with Tradeovate, right? And boom, and I'm out, right? Hey, the trade worked, very good. I made $5 on my funded account. So that was helpful. That that's cool, right? Did I personally code all of these? You bet your sweet ass, baby. I personally coded this. Somewhere in the Rockies, did you agree on the what's that on the Ninja? You guys really want the Ninja stuff? Okay. You know what? Is that what you're saying to me? Let's do a poll. All right, you bastards. You really want to notice? Let's do a poll, and you tell me Yes, I want ninja version of dots. Okay. I'm going to start a poll. You guys let me know. Okay. Okay. Counter trend trade in NASDAQ. Buck 42. Is the slope turning up? Let's take a look. Let's double make sure. We're going to go to NASDAQ. Is the slope turning green? Not quite. Slope's still red. So really not a signal. Really not a signal. So, and I will have this in wealth charts. I promise you very soon. I just have to bother Rob one last time to put this in, but it's going to make all the difference in the world. You guys are going to absolutely love this in wealth charts. I have a guy who programs for me in Ninja, so I can get it done. Oh my God. Wow. What is going on with me, man? I'm like just a runny nose. Okay, let's take a look at the trading. We're turning red. We're turning green. You see how it's turning green? That's a positive signal. It's a counter trend trade, although it's just dicking around. I'm just staying on TradingView right now just because I need there's enough discrepancy here that I really need it to stay. But if it's around 94, it's going to be green, right? And what we want to do here is I want to go MNQ. Yeah, this is it. I want to go to 109 to 110 and wait, what am I doing here? Ratio. Do I want to go to 109? Is this how it works? The signal goes away, so there's no signal anyways. And now it started getting negative signal. Okay, so that's fine. That's the beauty of the indicator, is that it doesn't make you do stupid trades, right? This would have been probably a false trade for us. Okay, we'll wait patiently. We'll see. The proper trade or the better trade here would be a negative trade, a sell trade, if I get two reds in a row, right? Because that we're still a negative trend, starting to slope down. But it could be very well that we're kind of flattening out here, that this is all she wrote as far as the sell-off. I'm going to try and come back to the moving average. Honestly, it's just chop city, so kind of hard to say. I know. Thank you, GFAS. That's great. I know. It's totally it made a huge fucking difference. Huge difference in my trading. That's Peter. You probably don't have the right indicator. You probably have BFF, but you need the BFF dots only. Send me an email with your trading view, and if you're in coaching, I'll enable this. You probably have the wrong indicator. That's all. That's right. That's the most common reason for why you're not seeing it. The good thing for all of you guys who have the wealth charts, everybody who's got wealth charts, you're going to have that one enabled for you. Don't forget to go out there, buy some Apexes right now. It's the last day, right? I'm going to buy a ton of them before tonight so that we can do a little bit of marathon trading tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget to, if those of you guys who really want coaching, okay, I just put the coaching link in here, guys. Very important. This is going to go away, but if you buy coaching today, I'm going to give you 3 free trading accounts worth $50,000 each. If you buy tomorrow, it's only going to be 1, right? So buying coaching today is like the best deal you're going to get because we're riding off the coattails of our friends at Apex. So if you want coaching, go out there, go get it. If you're already a member and you have like a monthly version or just a basic version, upgrade. I'll refund you the money and I'll give you 3 free Apex accounts. So, it's like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet. You can't. Okay, looking possibly negative. Look at this. Looking negative. Okay, very good. I'm gonna. I'm hoping. Hopefully, I got this properly corrected. I'm at the 109. I'm gonna trade this 109 to replicate to 110 on the short side if this thing holds. Right. Again, big if. I got to see red dots. Let's also go over here. We have a see. It's really playing around. The slope's turning green, which is not what I want. I need the slope to be red. So this thing got to be like 78 or lower for us to really make this a trade. And the cool thing is, it doesn't matter if there's no signal. Okay, there's no signal, right? The next one or the one after that might be the signal. The beautiful thing about the indicator is it makes you wait until you get the absolute best time to time the trade. That's why when we hit the trades happen so fast because it's the perfect time to enter, right? When we're doing this right, the trade just goes boom, like a smooth slide. And in the meantime, this would have been a stupid ass trade because everything disappeared at the last minute, so no signal, right? That's the quality of a good indicator. Good indicator is one that gives you easy winning trades and keeps you out of stupid losing trades most of the time. Oh yeah, thank you, Christopher. Yes, we're going to talk about that in my webinar on Saturday about how it totally works on 1 hour charts for forex and for everybody who's trading like CFDs and forex. There's some really great ideas. Yeah, thank you. Actually, it's interesting that you say 515. I hadn't really done the triangulation on the spots, but for sure, it was doing it. I have a different variant that I'm going to share with everybody on the longer term charts. That's not fixed stops, fixed targets, a little bit more swing like. But whatever you guys want, we'll work on a couple of those strategies. So come to the webinar, guys. On I just put the link in there, which now I forgot. Let me do the link again. If you guys are watching me, both on Twitter and on X and on YouTube, I'm posting the it's a free webinar. Make sure you guys attend. It's going to be this Saturday. It'll be about noon time Europe, so it'll be a really good time for the Europeans. I don't code in Python, my friend. I don't code in shit. Yes, Wealth Chart Summit next week. I am on, babies. We're going to talk about the beauty of prop and everything that we've done on wealth charts, and we're gonna possibly trade wealth charts if I have a little time, and if we have the time to live trade or something sets up, we'll definitely trade it, and we'll use all the tools. We'll use the trade copy and everything else. All right, we're ready to go. Right, looking good. Buck 47 on the clock. The red dot's got to hold. But if we look at this, we got everything lined up. We got the red dots. We got the trend. We got the slope coming down red. You can see the slope coming in because the slope is red over here, starting to get a little bit red, right? So we're in good shape. But we just need those dots to hold. There's still 1:23 left on the clock. Yeah, a lot of guys. So I know there's a lot of people in the room here that want to trade CFDs, they want to trade forex, they want to trade other stuff than the incredibly insane 2-minute, speed trading that I do. Like we do speed trading, like we do speed dating, right? That's what we do. That's what we actually do. We do speed trading, right? And there are people who really want to, have longer term relationships. So for those people, that's going to be the webinar. The webinar is all about longer term time frames, bigger, more interesting opportunities, so on and so forth. Yeah. 31 seconds left on the clock here. Setting up. Let's see if it works. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna hit the sell market on this, and I hope this propagates. I think I got this right, but if I didn't, I'll have the guys at Wealth Charts teach me again. I think we did this yesterday, and I think it worked. So 109 is the leader. It's right over here. 4 seconds left. Sell. All right, was short. Oh, wow, that was super fast. Holy shit. Did you see that? So we propagated through both accounts, the 109s and the 110s. Boom, boom, boom. All done, right? Super fast on the trades. Really nice. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, it worked for us, but I made a little bit of a mistake. I didn't realize this is my fault. You see how it says 10 ticks, 40 ticks? It should have been 20 ticks, 80 ticks. I had the gold set up over here. That was my fault. But anyways, the limit order got filled. We got done. I'm not crying over spilled milk. It all worked. So just, this is exactly how simple it is to do trade copier. You just choose the leader account. It's going to replicate to all the other accounts. You see how it replicated over here. Boom, made the trades and did the job for us that we needed. So that was very, very cool. Meantime, I should let me actually see what gold is doing. MGCQ. Is gold doing anything? Yeah, gold was in a deep sell, right? Trend, and now it's kind of flattening out. So we can watch this a little bit and see if it's going to resume trend. Maybe take a gold trend trade on a trade copier, or not. By the way, the great advantage of like wealth charts. Obviously, everything is in the same chart. You can trade from the browser, but there is a hidden advantage that I think is totally underappreciated. If you're doing TradingView or TradeAvate, you can only do one browser login. Like you can't, once you logged into that one browser, if you want to do a new browser tab, it won't let you do it. Wealth charts can give you multiple tabs. So the proper way for me to trade this actually is what I should have done is I should have had a gold tab and a NASDAQ tab. That way I would have had everything set up properly in terms of ticks and stops. But sometimes, as Yogi Berra said, I'd rather be lucky than good. So gold possibly bottoming out here, but we need 2 or 3 candles to really give us any kind of confidence that this could be a turn trade, right? And again, turn trades are for losers, but I do them because it's fun. Trend trades are for winners. How often do I lose 2 in a row when trading trend? Rarely, Santiago. Like if I'm trading trend, like if I'm really solid, like once every 2 weeks, I think. But again, that's ideally you're gonna screw it up. You're gonna press trades. You're gonna get clipped. I definitely get clipped much more than that. Not because the strategy is bad, because I just don't follow it. But I've been following the strategy a lot more, and I haven't even, it's been just one and resolve. Like, I literally have not gotten to level 3 in a week and a half by just basically not being an idiot. But yeah. Okay, that's great. I'm glad you guys like it. All right, let's look at what gold is doing just to see if it's still red. The slope is still red. There's still nothing going on here. Even if this was a green dot, it wouldn't have been a trade because we need the slope to be green. That's the final component for us to even have a modicum of confidence this thing is going to work. Gold is actually starting to give us a fresh negative trade here. What's the S&P doing? S&P also putzing around. NASDAQ putzing around. NASDAQ. Okay, here. You guys wanted to do, okay, so this is not a trade, but you guys, just one more time, if you guys wanted to know how do you trade off TradingView. So watch this. I'm going to go to my 2080 preset. That's the proper preset for NASDAQ, right? And I don't have a green slope here, so it's not even a trade here. And the same thing here with I'm staying on gold here because if gold might go to 3,300. It's interesting that gold is really having a hard time at this 33.50. But there's a lot of, it feels like every time we get up there, they start selling off. It's interesting. Gold is sort of like in this consolidated funk. I don't have any read on it. I don't know why gold is. I think it's probably just overbought. So there's a lot. There's a lot of selling over here. But price action certainly over the last couple of days has not been super positive, right? Not been super negative, but this 3,300 seems to be a pretty interesting level for people to test. So for us on our micro levels, we can just watch this for a little while. If it gives us a second green dot, a second red dot, that's a sell signal for us. It's a classic sell signal, because what we want to do is we have now it goes away. Okay, so there's the dot. Oh, I know why it goes away. It's not. It's just for that last 8 seconds it goes away. That's what it is. Because it's just doing a last second countdown. So like now we actually have a legit gold sell trade, and we're going to focus on this because if I get a red dot on this downward momentum, closing on the closing on the lows, that's a nice clean continuation trade in gold, right? Oh, in the meantime, we missed the counter trend trade in Nasdaq. It's fine. So the Nasdaq actually turned pretty sharply green, and we could have taken a counter trend trade here, but that's fine. I will leave that alone. I'm more interested in seeing if we can get a trend trade in gold going here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But you see how like it's only when this turned green over here that this became a good signal for us to take it, right? Just missed this trade, but so be it on a counter trend basis. $28 seconds left on the gold trade. Getting if it drops to like 310.05, 310.02, definitely red dots. We're gonna try and trade copy this trade if it holds at these levels, the lows of the levels. So 10.2, 10.1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, does not give us a signal. So tough. It just rose in the last second. I was tempted to go short. It probably would have worked. Probably this trade would have worked, but it just did not give us. It did not end on the low of the candle here. So there was no red dot, no momentum dot, and no trade. And the thing about this, I got to tell you, every time I don't have a trade, and I'm like, oh, it should have been a trade. We should have taken it. Almost always, the indicator is right? Almost always, this probably would not have been a good entry to come in. We'll see. I'm not, this still may be a good entry to come in, but a lot of times, it's right to keep you out of the trade. See, it just did not break the lows of the candle prior, so it just did not give me the dot, which just happens. In the meantime, look at this. Nas coming back up. We're doing a little bit of a V shape. That's all we saw on the trend trade. Counter trend does work a lot, and counter trend, of course, works. Counter trend works great on days like today where you have chop, right? Where you just simply take the counter trend and work chop. My point is that even on chop days, the better trades are the trend trades, and you will see that, especially within our structure where we just need a tiny bit of movement for continuity. It's not that this doesn't work. It's just that this works with better accuracy, right? You're just always going to get Trust me, you're always going to get better results with trend trades and counter trades. I hate saying that because I love counter trend trading, but it's the truth. You have to admit, you have to be honest enough with yourself to kind of admit, what works best. It doesn't mean you have to follow it, but it does work best. All right, let's see what gold is doing. Is it starting to build for another possible red dot? We can actually switch over to this and just take a look at the gold conditions. Oh, it was interesting. The gold trade actually on the large contract did give us, but it's better. We're happy to wait here. So finally, 52 seconds is giving us a red dot. Yes, it's giving us a trade here. Let's see if this is for real. This is a real legit trade. 42 seconds left. We have to be very, very patient. We broke that 310 level. Let's see if it's gonna help. If it's gonna have some continuity to the downside. $15 seconds left. Five, four, three, two, one, sell. All right, we're short here. I can't tell the limit here. It's just so I gotta stretch this out. What is the buy limit? 605. 3605 is my target. 3306.5. That's the target on the trade here. Right over here. We'll see if it gives us some continuity here. We'll see. Gold is notorious for for diving and then retracing against. That's why I have a very hard time trading it. But if it doesn't work, it's not it's just a perfect example of that. Not every trend trade works. It's still a very good trade. It's just we were selling really, really deep down, 1, 2, 3, and it's not at all unusual to think that you could have just a sharp buyback in gold. Oh man. Now what's going to be cool, I don't think I won't have time, unfortunately. I was going to say what's going to be cool is to try to resolve this on a trade copier basis. Like if I get stopped out, I would go, I would do my resolution trade, my repair trade. Next time I get a signal on the gold trade via trade copier. It's just but I'll have to show it to you tomorrow in terms of being able to resolve it. Because if I get stopped out on this trade, I get stopped out. It is what it is. Oh man, I just realized I'm way over time. I got to go with you guys. All right, I'll let you guys. I have to go. I'll update this trade. We'll see. Obviously the trade looks like much more like it's gonna maybe stop us out, but maybe we'll generate enough momentum, to come out there and hit it. I'll let you know one way or the other. Regardless, still a good trade because it was a trend trade. That's the key thing. And I will update it for you guys tomorrow. But I got to run. Unfortunately, I just realized that I'm way over time. I will let everybody know. I'll post this up if I can do marathon Wednesday from 6 o'clock till 12 noon, maybe 11 o'clock. Just come in and out, come hang out, bring all your friends. I'm going to trade all of these things. I'm going to add a couple more accounts so we can trade copy as much of these things as possible and have a really good time. All right, guys, everybody enjoy. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you again. Another good session for everybody.